Host, you ready? Judges, you ready? I know this audience is ready. We are go for StarVA.
From the River City, Richmond, Virginia, the stars are out and it's time to shine. Time for StarVA, Virginia's showcase for gifted musicians, performers, and talented entertainers of all ages. It takes talent and a dream to reach a performer's goal, and tonight one contestant will take the next step in that journey and move closer to a fabulous career as a singer, musician, stand-up act, or other performing art. Could your favorite contestant be on their way to fame and cash and prizes? Find out what the judges think, then have your say on StarVA. And now, from the Old City Bar, one of the truly unique venues on the city's landscape, in the historic Shockoe section of Richmond, it's time for StarVA. StarVA is brought to you by Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery, Virginia's farm brewery, with their new tasting room on Franklin Street in Richmond, and by Cultivate Wellness, the dedicated hemp and wellness boutique in Midlothian, and their sister store, Culture, the premier smoke and vape shop in Virginia. And now, here's the host of StarVA, the man who shows no restraint, knows no bounds, and follows no rules, Pat Rogers.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome to you at home and our guests here at the Old City Bar. This is StarVA, the show where, well, you might see the next breakout star coming from right here in RVA. Now, in addition to being a showcase for talent, this is a competition. You're going to see three very talented performers competing for a spot in the semifinals, where the eventual grand prize winner will have a song or routine recorded and produced at Sound of Music Recording Studios, located in the Tony Scott's Edition neighborhood in Richmond. And also, they'll walk away with a check for a cool $1,000, courtesy of the U.S. Mint. You see, everybody gets a plug on StarVA. Now, I mentioned this is a competition, so let's meet tonight's panel of judges. Our first barrister is a Richmond musical institution.
That's right.
He's a songwriter, producer, and founder and lead singer of The Groove Motive, one of the hottest, most in-demand bands in the Mid-Atlantic, and also on land. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pierre Redding.
Right. Very good, my friend.
And joining Pierre in the judges' chambers, from his stand-up comedy roots in Manhattan to network series cameos, he's a student of the performing arts, from television to movies to film to television to stage. He's leaving the director's chair to take the hot seat. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, Mr. J.R. Mercante.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, a very small role in a very big scene in Homeland when they filmed in Richmond. So that was a big deal for like 40 seconds of screen time. Big.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Now let's meet our first performer. He's a folk singer from Montpelier, Virginia. He was a voice major at VCU, and now he's pursuing his own music. Earlier this evening, our Danny Ruiz caught up with Joshua Eadie.
I wrote the song during a little bit of a darker time in my life. I wrote the song while I was at a point where really the only thing that I was hoping I would do with my music was maybe tell a story that people could learn from without having to experience themselves. Hear the story of this low time in the main character's life without having to necessarily experience it for their own.
Tonight, performing an original work, Song for the Sparrow, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Joshua Eadie.
I'm not so naive as to sing with the birds. I know all their songs far too well to believe in the words. 'Cause that kind of brokenness doesn't belong to the pretty young things with their wings still on, till they've sold all their feathers for the nickel they're worth. And when you feel the weight of your body and fall to the earth, and you've traded the branches above for their roots in the dirt, it will wash from your hands, but it will never cease to clutter your mind. And you will never forget what you were, but you'll try not to hate what you find. As I am not so naive as to sing with the men, writing sonnets for beautiful girls who don't know who I am. When the woman who's wanting to capture my breath is still wearing my feathers around her neck, and the nickel they earned bought the whiskey that runs down my chin. And when the shadows grow long, I will carry myself on these tired old feet into the cot in the attic, a lovely and pitiful reflection of me. And when I finally fallen asleep, I'll pray for a dreamless night, when the only hope that I have left is that you'll never be as broken as I. 'Cause I am not so naive as to sing anything, not a song in the sky or the valley below comforts me. So I will write my own words and I'll sing by myself. And maybe someone will learn from the song for the sparrow that fell. And if no one should carry it on, I will smile and know that I am alone, and that you've never known all the places I've been. You've never followed me down to this end.
Joshua Eadie, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua Eadie. That was excellent. But nobody cares what I think. Let's hear from our judges here on Joshua's performance. So let's hear from our judges. Pierre Redding, what did you think of Joshua's performance tonight?
Well, I tell you, it very much reminded me of Cat Stevens.
Very much.
That's the vibe I got. I like the way that you emote. Very expressive. The audience gave a real great reaction as well.
Right. It's very heartfelt. And you could tell he cared about the song. I think that's so important when the audience knows if someone cares about the song that they're delivering. And Joshua did a great job, and you could tell the audience really responded to it.
Most definitely. Definitely. And I like the way that you carried the song. It took you on a journey. The way that you had there was a crescendo that built in.
Like the range, talk about range and the layers of the song.
Exactly.
So it wasn't. It definitely had to keep you on your feet.
Exactly.
To active listening.
Exactly.
So I thought it was great.
Yeah, fantastic for performance.
Thank you, gentlemen. So when we come back, you'll meet our next contestant and learn how you can help determine who will compete in the semifinals of StarVA. So please stick around.
This portion of StarVA is brought to you by Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery, Virginia's award-winning farm brewery.
Licking Hole Creek downtown Shockoe Bottoms tasting room, much like you would have a relaxing time at home, except for you're going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people. If you're looking for a normal beer, you're looking in the wrong place. We do something crazy, we do something wild. It is never average.
Fresh from his around-the-world travel, literally circling the globe, Steve inspires others to recognize the value of travel. This travel consultant makes getting out of your comfort zone comfortable.
You can always find great beer at lickingholecreek.com. We do something crazy, we do something wild. It is never average. You can sit in the comfort of your home, get on your computer, order your beer, and have it delivered to your front door.
Contestants on StarVA are judged on their performance in the following categories: originality, audience response, stage appearance, enthusiasm and engagement, and overall performance. The judges tally their scores, and the performer with the highest point total at the end of the show is named that week's winner. But that is not the only way to win on StarVA. Each contestant's performance will be available on the show's website, starva.media, immediately following the airing of the show. Viewers can then vote for their favorite contestant on the voting tab of the site. The top 3 vote-getting acts at the end of the preliminary rounds will then compete for a spot in the show's semifinals and a chance for the grand prize of a song recorded and produced at Sound of Music Recording Studios and $1,000. So at the conclusion of this show, go to starva.media and vote for your favorite act.
Thank you, Scott Palmer. Our next guest is a self-described alt-country singer and songwriter who hails from Richmond. Now, she also fronts a country band by the name of Pistol Sister. We had a chance to catch up with her. I think it was Janelle Brown that caught up with her right before the show tonight.
All right. Thank you, Pat. Now we have MacKenzie Rourke with us.
I also do covers just when I'm doing gigs and stuff, and I need to fill that, 3-hour time slot. I need to fill it with other people's music other than my own.
So I see here you've worked with Mark Bryan.
Yeah, Mark Bryan, he is one of the founding members of Hootie and the Blowfish, and I did my EP with him back in 2016, so he produced that for me.
Performing an original work, Rosalie. Let's give a warm StarVA welcome to MacKenzie Rourke.
Thank you.
She's on the back porch smoking. She's slightly cracked, almost broken. She's been a thinking and a hoping that her man might come along. Her hair's all blonde and knotted, and her heart's been poked and prodded. This house is dead and rotted, but she knows it won't be long till he says, Rosalie, won't you come with me? You can make the richest man bend on a beggar's knee. I'll pick you up, baby, now I'll lay you down. I won't let you drown, my Rosalie. Now she's walking down the freeway. It always happens in the month of May. Another year is gone and nothing's changed but the cracks spread on her skin. She says I'm going down to find my mother and let her know I've been thinking of her, and maybe she'll help me to discover why it is I'm shattering. And she'll say, Rosalie, won't you stay with me? You can make the richest man bend on a beggar's knee. I'll pick you up, baby, now I'll lay you down. I won't let you drown. Oh, mother at the door, she says, what you doing here for? I don't know you anymore. Go on home. Lover at the door, he says, I don't want you anymore. When I left you, I was sure you'd have known. Rosalie, yeah, Rosalie, Rosalie, oh, 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 oh. She's on the back porch drinking just to keep herself from thinking about the cracks that got her sinking and the spaces that remain. And I guess I don't need no one to appreciate the things I've done, 'cause I got me this loaded gun and this bottle to call my name. And they say, Rosalie, won't you swallow me? You can make the richest man bend on a beggar's knee. Pick me up, baby, now I'll lay you down. I won't let you drown, my Rosalie, my Rosalie, my Rosalie.
MacKenzie Rourke, ladies and gentlemen. MacKenzie Rourke. That was beautiful, MacKenzie. Thank you very much. Let's see. I thought it was great, but again, let's go to the judges here. Judges, what did you think of MacKenzie's performance tonight?
Wow, really, that was a great combination of soulfulness, great storytelling, and that's really pretty hard to do. It's very, very akin to Billy Joel. When you are able to marry the lyrics and the music and make it work really well and get the point across. I thought it was phenomenal.
You had that she drew everyone in, right? And then that soft rollicking from the beginning. And you mentioned earlier that, I can listen to this in the car driving. I could take the countryside with that song, right?
Exactly.
And the audience was on a journey as well. I saw the toes tapping, and they were really interested in that song. They were into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the song really transcends genres of music.
Absolutely. Right. It's not like, this song checks this box or checks this box.
Yeah.
It's just a good song.
Yeah, you can't put it in a category.
That's exactly right. It was great.
Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you, MacKenzie. When we return, we'll introduce you to our final performer of the evening and tell you how you could be a contestant on a future episode of StarVA. So stay with us.
This portion of StarVA is brought to you by Cultivate Wellness in the village of Midlothian and Culture with 4 retail locations throughout Virginia.
There are remarkable transformational ways that CBD from the hemp plant infused in oils, local honey, chocolate, tea, even pet treats can tone your skin, relieve pain, calm your mind, and help bring your life into balance. Cultivate Wellness in the village of Midlothian.
Fresh from his around-the-world travel, literally circling the globe, Steve inspires others to recognize the value of travel. This travel consultant makes getting out of your comfort zone comfortable.
Promotional consideration for StarVA prizes and services is provided by the following. On-set catering provided by White House Catering. For any occasion where attention to detail matters, trust your event needs to the professional staff at Dave Napier's White House Catering. Recording Studio Session Prize by Sound of Music Recording Studios, serving recording artists in Richmond and around the world.
The widest array of smoke and vaping accessories from leading makers, from pipes to pendants, incense to unique blown glass items. 4 locations throughout our VA help make culture a way of life.
And we are back here at StarVA. You can see our next contestant performing in clubs and open mic nights throughout the region. He's a stay-at-home dad who works nights playing music. And our Danny Ruiz caught up with him before tonight's program.
What styles of music would you say you focus on or enjoy playing most?
I'd say like blues, classic country, rock. Even like R&B, like Ray Charles and stuff like that. Yeah.
And when you tend to do R&B, would you say that you try to add your own spin to make it maybe more blues sounding, or do you like to keep it more like the originals?
I try to do them as true to the original as possible, but sometimes I guess my own influence carries over.
Now, here performing an original work, Harder Times, here is Ryan Hearn.
These days getting harder, baby, than the times that have gone by. And these days getting harder for us to survive. Got a little one at home and one on the way, but we're gonna make it some kind of way. I look at you, baby, you look at me. We got everything that we're gonna ever need. These days getting harder, baby, with all the stress that's in our lives. And these days getting harder, and time keeps flying by. But we got it pretty good, baby, it's okay. We're gonna hit the big time, oh, someday. We're gonna buy a house, raise this family, do what matters most to both you and me. When the times get hard, I'll be by your side. And when the bills stack up, I'll be working overtime. When I come home, girl, late at night, gonna climb in bed and I'll hold you tight. I'm gonna make things right. Getting easier than the times that have passed by. And these days getting easier for us to survive. And we're making things work, baby, it's okay. The kids are gonna leave, they're gonna move someday. Yeah, they're gonna struggle, oh, it's true. I hope they have somebody like I had you. When the times get hard, we'll be by their sides. When the bills stack up, then we'll be working overtime. When I come home, girl, it's late at night. Gonna wrap my arms around you and I'll hold you tight through the harder times.
Ryan Hearn, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Hearn. Thank you very much, Ryan. That was excellent. Very soulful, quiet, beautiful. And when did you write that? How long ago did you write that song?
I probably wrote that about 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's hear what our judges had to say. First, Pierre Redding.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan, for coming by. Loved your vocal articulation. I could see that was an original song, and I could picture driving down the highway, rambling along, kind of listening to the song. You know what I mean? I got that kind of feel from that. Great emotion, the way that you brought the song across. I'm a big fan of storytelling in songs, and I can get my head around that. It was a warmth to it that I really enjoyed.
JR?
Yeah, and if you're on the highway listening to that song, you had an extra exit or two because you thought it was ending, but then you came back and you kept that was really interesting. Soulful, as Pat said. This is the intimate setting of Old City Bar for StarVA, and I think it really worked for here. The audience was really intent and listening to the song, and yet he didn't have to. He didn't over-deliver. Right. He just stayed within himself but still really burst forth with some just virtuosic work. I really enjoyed it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much. Well, we have to take a quick break while our judges tabulate their scores and figure out who our winner is for this week's StarVA. So please stick around.
StarVA has been brought to you by Cultivate Wellness and Culture and Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery.
Licking Hole Creek downtown Shockoe Bottoms tasting room, much like you would have a relaxing time at home, except for you're going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people. If you're looking for a normal beer, you're looking in the wrong place. We do something crazy, we do something wild. It is never average.
There are remarkable transformational ways that CBD from the hemp plant infused in oils, local honey, chocolate, tea, even pet treats can tone your skin, relieve pain, calm your mind, and help bring your life into balance. Cultivate wellness in the village of Midlothian.
Promotional consideration for StarVA prizes and services is provided by the following. Show awards provided by Crown Trophy of Richmond, the locally owned, nationally known supplier of all types of recognition awards. Find them at crowntrophy.com. On-set hairstyling and makeup by Becky Serbrook at Shelter Salon. From cut to color, let the stylists at Shelter Salon show you your best you.
The widest array of smoke and vaping accessories from leading makers, from pipes to pendants, incense to unique blown glass items. 4 locations throughout RVA help make culture a way of life.
You can always find great beer at lickingholecreek.com. We do something crazy, we do something wild. It is never average. You can sit in the comfort of your home, get on your computer, order your beer, and have it delivered to your front door.
And we're back with the winner, our first winner of StarVA, Week 1 winner. And ladies and gentlemen, our winner is MacKenzie Rourke. Here you are. Thank you and congratulations. All right. And thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching StarVA. We'll be back next week. So we'll be back next week.
StarVA has been brought to you by Cultivate Wellness and Culture and Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery. Thanks for watching StarVA, Virginia's Talent Showcase. Remember, only you can determine who gets a second chance and a shot at the semifinals. You have 1 week from right now to cast your vote for your favorite performer from this show and keep them in the competition. Go to starva.media, scroll to the Vote Now tab, and cast a ballot for your favorite performer. The top 3 vote getters will compete in the Audience Choice Round, with the winner moving on to the semifinals. You get 1 vote per performer per day. So good luck from StarVA. StarVA is a production of Rogers Visual Radio Media, LLC. This is Scott Palmer speaking.